Okay, we are back live with Dr. Jerome Corsi. What's happening is we're going into an engineered plan economy. It's a global corporate government, but it's not free market. So Republicans are taught if it's free market, if it's a corporation, it can do no wrong. But the corporations are acting like governments, coming in and taking over our governments, lobbying to have our farms and ranches shut down so big agribusiness has a monopoly. Passing environmental laws to shut down small industry so it can only operate in China, India, and Mexico. Operating so only General Electric gets the waivers for new coal-powered plants, openly to shut down the competition. That's the Enron plan. There's been more indictments over the pump and dump stuff with the plants. I mean, this is not our opinion. And when you read the SPP documents that Judicial Watch got, that Dr. Corsi went through in 2007, and other documents since, they said, look, we've got to integrate by stealth. It's covered in my film Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, covered in his book, The Late Great USA. They said, and it was over 100 corporate CEOs, they're giving orders to the heads of the unelected bureaucracy. And they said, we'll use the flu as a way to integrate. We'll use terror threat. We'll use drug threat. We'll use economic collapse. And now they never stopped building it in stealth. Now Obama has come out and signed the North American Union Security Perimeter. Dr. Corsi has written at length about this, and it's all part of the strategic corporate hijacking of the big mega corporations that are bigger than most governments who have disdain for the free market. And as John D. Rockefeller said, competition is a sin. Competition is a sin. Because he liked inside operations. Dr. Corsi, you've got the floor on this situation. We're still going into North American integration by stealth, and it looks like they've put the afterburners back on.
Well, they have. I mean, I wrote an article in WND. People aren't aware that Barack Obama met with Prime Minister Stephen Harper. They agreed on February 4th. They signed a Beyond the Border bilateral declaration. It created a North American continental perimeter. This was one of the chief goals of the Security and Prosperity Partnership in North America. And then I also wrote my Red Alert newsletter, and people now can get the Red Alert newsletter free. I'm a managing director at Guilford Securities in New York. I'm still very actively involved in the securities industry. GuilfordSecurities.com. You can get Red Alert. I write it every week free or through WND. The article I'm headlining this week is that Obama has already decided, it was announced at his press conference last week with Mexico's President Felipe Calderon, to allow the Mexican trucks to come back into the United States, to roll freely throughout the United States. Congress took the money away from this. In fact, Obama signed the executive order, signed the law, the defunding. It was in the $410 billion omnibus funding bill that President Obama signed in March 2009. Congress took away the money from the Department of Transportation to do this Mexican truck demonstration project, but Obama is allowing the Mexican trucks to come back into the United States under his own authority without any attempt at all to come to Congress to get authorization or seek approval.
Wow. Please continue.
Well, and then, but I've really tried to detail how what's going on now is a closer merging together with Canada on this continental perimeter deal, and then building the infrastructure to integrate with Mexico. Now, another thing most people don't realize is that Janet Napolitano went down to Mexico on November 30th, the end of last year, and she signed an agreement on trusted travelers. The North American Trusted Traveler Program was put into place with Mexico. And what this does is it allows Mexicans to come and get a card. It looks like just an ATM card or a driver's license with their picture on it. It'll be a biometric card issued by the Department of Homeland Security. And Mexico is claiming something like 80 million Mexicans, which is about 8/10 of the country, is ultimately going to have these cards. Now, what you do with these cards is that when you come into a airport or port of entry, take a look at globalentry.gov, where you've got these terminals being put in place. They look like ATM machines. You take your Mexican Trusted Traveler North American card, you sweep it through the globalentry.gov terminal, you answer a few questions, and you walk in across the border. And Mexico has just demanded they're putting into place a program where all children in the schools under age 19, which is probably going to be about 25 million children in Mexico, are going to be issued, they have to go get these biometric government-issued ID cards that have a picture, have a facial scan with full facial digital recognition, iris recognition built into the card, all 10 fingerprints. And this is the beginning of, once the Mexican children get these IDs from the Mexican government, then they become trusted travelers in North America. This is another key program of the Security and Prosperity Partnership in North America. I've been writing about it on WND in my Red Alert newsletter. Hardly anybody knows it's being put into place because Barack Obama's decided to go under the radar. He's taken down the website, spp.gov, but without announcing these big decisions in any major way. Through the authority of the White House alone, Barack Obama is letting the Mexican trucks come into the United States, declaring a North American security border with Canada, and beginning the Trusted Traveler of North American program with Mexico.
They just continue to move ahead with this takeover, and I have a news article here in my stack, and I've seen similar ones over the years, over and over again in the Associated Press, you name it. Canada, U.S. agreed to use each other's troops in civil emergencies. Canada and the U.S. have signed an agreement that paves the way for the militaries from either nation to send troops across each other's borders during an emergency, but some are questioning why the government has kept silent on the deal. But then you bring up NLE 09 and open drills to use foreign troops to, quote, fight American terrorists, and Mexican troops going to New Orleans and during Katrina. I've been to the urban warfare drills. The role players at drill after drill with Marines and Army with foreign troops is American gun owners and libertarians. So there is a giant program going on preparing for war with the American people. And we need to stop denying that the bureaucracy's out of control, that this is high treason, that Bush committed an act of treason, signing the SPP in secret in 2005 in Waco, as you know, Dr. Corsi.
Right, I said that directly at the time.
And there's ongoing continuity of agenda. There's really no difference. And I mean, how do we stop this? I mean now they're our troops are at their Olympics. Their troops are down here. I mean,
well, look, Alex, we've signed the agreement under the Security and Prosperity Partnership with Mexico and Canada that if there is another breakout of influenza or avian flu or another health epidemic, the United States has agreed to go under UN authority and to work with a North American command to deal with the health emergency in the United States. We've already signed the agreement. And again, Bush signed the agreement as one of these agreements with Mexico and Canada that was never brought before Congress as a treaty. This is all being done under the radar. And when people like you or I'm saying, here's the government websites. Go to globalentry.gov. I list the 20 airports where these terminals are being put into place, the Trusted Traveler terminals, Boston Logan, Dallas, Houston, Honolulu, JFK in New York. These are the major airports all around the country. The terminals are there. globalentry.gov, government website shows that they're there. We point out government websites, and they still say we're the conspiracy theorists because the Obama administration, just like the Bush administration, does not want their globalist North American Union agenda exposed. And when we do expose it, Alex, they hit back by trying to do ad hominem attacks, calling us names, when the truth is that the real conspirators are the Bush administration, the Obama administration, Canada's government, Mexico's government. They're all working together to put in place the infrastructure of the North American Union without officially announcing it to the peoples of any of the three countries.